See, y'all don't like it when I'm nice. Y'all only like it when I'm ignorant. So that's exactly what you get.
Welcome to Hitman Boxing. Hit that like and subscribe button. Shout out to the ASBC. We are the A-Side Boxing community. We're going to talk about Kell Brook real quick. Now, well, it was a couple days ago. I haven't made a video in a while, right? But I made this video. I never posted it. It was about Kell Brook and this whole WBC Vada clean boxing program thing, right? And, you know, he got dropped from the rankings. And basically, I'm thinking, well, you know, the WBC always does this when they're trying to call somebody out. And I figured that maybe he had the paperwork and he hadn't submitted it, but it looks like he submitted the paperwork yesterday. So the WBC is going to have to reinstate him. And, I mean, he holds a version of their title. He holds the WBC silver title. So, I mean, we should have known that was going to happen. I mean, it just didn't make sense for him not to be enrolled. But a lot of people were saying that, oh, Kell Brook is juiced up, or Kell Brook is ducking Jermell Charlo. Well, let's get into the real good stuff now. Because maybe Kell Brook isn't juicing up, and I never thought he was juicing up. That's not what I was thinking. I was just thinking that he was afraid of Jermell Charlo. I thought he was afraid to get his ass beat by Jermell Charlo. And, you know, with Kell Brook being the A-side, I wonder why it's so difficult for them to bring Jermell Charlo over to the UK. A guy who hasn't even spent his entire career fighting at 154. A guy that it looks like everyone wants to fight at 154 in terms of the champions. I mean, Jared Hurd said that he'd fight Kell Brook for a tune-up fight in preparation for Jermell Charlo. That's interesting. It doesn't seem like he's getting any respect from anybody at 154. And honestly, Kell Brook is going off, doing this thing again, fighting his bums. And I'm not even really going to call Brandon Cook a bum. He's more of an unknown fighter than anything. A guy from Canada. He's got a loss under his belt. Do you really think Kell Brook's going to lose to Brandon Cook? Do you really think that's going to happen? You think it's going to be a tough fight for Kell Brook on July 28th? No, I don't think so. I think Kell Brook's going to beat the living shit out of this guy. Just like he beats any other bum that he's fought in the past. You know how he likes to explode on him. These are Kell Brook's words, not mine. He likes to explode on his bums. There must be some sort of underlying meaning there. But, you know, Kell Brook is who he is, and he's who he thought he was. You know. Well, you know, matter of fact, I used to kill Kell Brook on video, but we're gonna have to do this again. I'm gonna have to go ahead and resurrect this guy. Just unzip that body bag that Kell Brook is in, because he's still in the body bag. I don't care if his last fight he won, but he's been put in a body bag twice. Triple G, body bag. Errol Spence, body bag. He fights Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo gonna put his body bag in a fucking body bag. It's gonna be that simple. Kell Brook didn't want to fight Errol Spence. He didn't want to lose his O to Errol Spence. So what he do? He run up to fight Triple G for the money. Triple G beat the shit out of him. Broke his orbital bone. So he loses his O for money. He exchanges his O for money. Then he comes back down and weight to 147. Fights Errol Spence. Gets his other eye socket broken. Yes, he was winning the early rounds of that fight, but it doesn't matter when you get stopped and get your eye broken. You got 2 metal plates in your head. 2 adamantium plates in your skull. So he decides to run up to 154. Even though he should really stay at 147, because there's still fighters that he could potentially beat and have big fights with at 147. The names are at 147, not 154 per se. I mean, Jermell Charlo's not a huge draw. Jared Hurd's not a huge draw. Jamie Munguia is definitely not a huge draw. But we're going to get into that in a second too. Because I find it really funny that you have a version of the WBC title that entitles you to a title shot against a champion, but you want to fight in a title eliminator for the WBO. You trying to go the route, you trying to fight one of the weaker champions at 154, Kell? I mean, Kell Brook already mentioned that he wants to accomplish 2 things before he calls it quits. He wants to win a title at 154, and that fake WBC belt don't count. And 2, Kell Brook wants to fight Amir Khan. And, you know, he's been just following Amir Khan for his entire career. Amir Khan don't want to fight you. He's not interested in taking that fight. He wants to fight at 147. You don't want to fight at 147. You're going to have to drop weight in order to fight Amir Khan. And you're going to be so weight drained at that point, you might not even beat him. You might not even beat Amir Khan if you continue fighting at 154 and then drain yourself back to 147 to fight Khan. But again, why are you fighting an eliminator against a guy nobody knows? Why? And then don't think that Jamie Munguia is an easy opponent. I mean, he's going to be fighting Liam Smith. If he knocks Liam Smith out, which I think he just might, what do you think he's going to do to Kell Brook? I'd be surprised if Kell Brook ends up fighting one of these champions at 154. We all perceive Jamie Munguia to be the weakest link at 154, but he got a little crack, man, Now, I'm not saying he could beat a Hurd or a Charlo, but I mean, he could potentially hurt Kell Brook, man. Kell Brook has no business fighting in 154. I get he's having trouble making weight at 147, which is why I suggest you make your own weight class, chocolate brownie weight, 150. Meet people in the middle. Bring them down, drain them, blow them up. There you go. That's all you got to do. But Jamie Munguia, wait, hold on one second. Kell Brook is ranked ranked number 6 by the WBO? No, Brandon Cook is ranked number 4. Yeah, Brandon Cook's ranked number 4. Oh, excuse me. And Kell Brook is ranked number 6. So, I don't know, man. I'm not sure what Kell Brook's trying to do. But, Eddie Hearn's just trying to save his baby boy. He's saving his baby boy, Kell Brook, from getting humiliated. So, I don't think he wants any smoke with Charlo. That's my opinion on the matter. And, I could care less if you're a Kell Brook fan. Who cares? Kell Brook is just, the whole bum fighting thing. Like, you had only a few tough fights, right? Sean Porter, who you beat and held on for dear life to get through that fight. You fought Triple G, and you fought Errol Spence, and you fought a bunch of bums. A bunch of bums at 147. You exploded on all of them. I'm sick of Kell Brook saying he's going to explode on people. Because that's not cool. Not cool at all. But, again, I never really felt Kell Brook was juicing. I didn't think he was juicing. I figured he was gonna submit that paperwork because it's bad publicity. It's bad publicity for this guy to be called out like that. But again, is the WBC right for calling this dude out? I guess they are, because he's got a version of their title, right? So it prompted him to sign the paperwork. So he's in a clean boxing program and can get randomly tested. And here's another thing you got to realize. If you're not fighting for the WBC, if you're a champion in another organization, you don't have to sign up for the clean boxing program. Like, it's not mandatory. If you're not fighting for that belt, you don't got to sign up for shit. I'll give you a good example. When Errol Spence fights the winner of Danny Garcia and Sean Porter, and when Errol Spence beats them, then he's going to have to sign up for the clean boxing. Matter of fact, he'll have to sign up for the clean boxing program. Then we should erase all the rumors. Unless Errol Spence, if Errol Spence looks bad against Danny Garcia, that's who I'm picking to win, Danny Garcia over Sean Porter. But if he looks bad against Danny Garcia, then something's probably up in terms of him taking some shit. But that's all I'm going to say about that. We're going to talk about Kell Brook and how he's fighting this bum Brandon Cook. Like, we don't call him, we call spade a spade over here at Hitman Boxing. Brandon Cook ain't nobody, man. He's going to get exploded on, put in a body bag, zipped up. And then Kell Brook is going to get a shot at Jamie Munguia, maybe. Or he might fight another fake tune-up eliminator fight. WBO ain't shit anyway, man. I don't mess with them. Hitman Boxing, drop a comment, like the video, subscribe. Let me know what you think about Kell Brook. Is he juicing? Or is he just scared of Jermell Charlo? I think it's the latter. I think he's just afraid of Jermell Charlo. Hitman Boxing, drop a comment, like the video, subscribe. Hashtag ASBC everywhere on all the boxing videos online. And I'm out.
I woke up in a strange place, right next to a strange face, head banging like a drum. I do not know what I've done. I see a couple empty bottles, thinking it's today but it's tomorrow. A new day, same shit, and I think I gotta have it. I'm feeling like a scumbag, I'm feeling like a scumbag.